Hey guys, so what I want to talk about today is settling in an overseas country as a overseas student. First thing you're gonna realize is the drastic change in the weather. Unless both your countries' weather patterns are pretty similar, you're gonna notice a huge difference. So I live in Singapore, so perpetually it's summer all year round. Our weather is about averages around 28, 29 degrees Celsius. Yeah, it's a pretty hot place. So the first time I touched down in Melbourne, yeah, I'm in Melbourne right now. It was really cool. So that's one thing. So upon touchdown, there's one thing that I noticed instantly was that, oh shit, everyone is white. This white guy there, this white guy there, white guy there. Oh man, suddenly I felt very threatened. I was like, shit, are they gonna kill me because I'm Chinese? Or like throw some kind of racial slurs at me. Go back to China, you chink! What? I'm not even from China, man. From Singapore, we're 70% Chinese, right? But over in Australia, in Melbourne, it's kind of like 80% white people. So yeah, it was pretty scary at first, but after a while, you find out that the Australians, they're pretty friendly people. When you visit a store or something, the guy at the cashier would always go like, "Hey, how are you going? Uh, I'm good. Great. Did did yeah. Uh, I've never known how to answer that question. See, some guy asks you how you doing, but the guy is just the guy at the counter. This conversation is not gonna get anywhere. So I always wonder if I should say back, "Yeah, I'm good. How are you? How's your day?" In the end, he would just go like, "I'm good too." Okay. Did did did. So to me, I'm like, what's the point? So shouldn't I end this quick so that he could scan out my items quickly and we can just go on with our lives? But now I can't really be bothered because of the awkwardness. So what I do is this is what I do. Hey, how you going? Hey, did did did. Yeah, that's it. So it's kind of like I'm not even answering his question. So yeah, it's the people here are kind of friendly. The third thing that you'll notice is that the roads are different, the driving is different, the terrain is different, and because the place is so much bigger, oh man, walking around is a disaster. I was looking at Google Maps to find out a place to rent, right? Like I need to find a place that is near my uni. So I was looking at Google Maps. I'm like, hey, the uni is here, and my place is here. It's like just 3 streets away. I'm like, hey, that should take me like 5 minutes, because that's what it is in Singapore. If it's 3 streets away, it's like 3 minutes. And when I reach the place, I check it out for myself. It's like, oh no, I gotta walk like 15 minutes to reach school. Yeah, so now I found a place that's just 1 street away, and it still takes me almost 10 minutes to reach school. Now I want to talk about the traffic. Australian drivers, maybe Melbourne drivers, they're pretty friendly. So you want to change to the right lane, signal right, they just slow down and let you change right. But no, not in Singapore. It's pretty cutthroat over in Singapore. You want to change lane to the right lane, right? So you, alright, driving down the road, signal right. Once the signal light starts to shine, you see on the right lane, everybody starts speeding up. You'd be like, the hell, man. So you know how you change lane in Singapore? You don't signal. You'd be like, that's how you change the lane in Singapore. But over in Melbourne, you gotta signal. Once you signal, the guy beside you will slow down and you can just change the lane. Everybody, it's pretty harmonious. Another thing that you need to get used to will probably be the food. The food is gonna be pretty much different. I'm lucky in the sense that there's kind of a large Asian presence in Melbourne itself, so there are quite a number of Asian food in Melbourne. I don't know why, but Australians generally eat very saltish food. There's this place near where I stay. It's called the Pinewood Chicken Bar. It has the saltiest baked chicken and the saltiest fries you can ever eat. Right after like 3 fries, my tongue is like dead. I've been talking like yeah, like all shriveled up and shit. It's like you take a shower, right? You take a shower for 5 hours, and you look at your skin. That's how your tongue will look like. Yeah. But there's this one particular food item that I like to talk about. It's what they call it the dim sim. When I first read it, instantly drew to my mind. It's what the Chinese call dian xing. Dian xing is like dumpling, barbecue pork buns, egg tarts, stuff that you eat in small portions. It's kind of like a brunch or high tea in Chinese ways. So this chicken dim sim, right? It's like chicken meat with cabbage and stuff wrapped in a very thick wonton skin and deep fried or steamed. When I first saw it, I was like, what incarnation is this? Are they passing this off as dim sum? Are they passing this off as what Chinese eat? I've been to Hong Kong, Taiwan, China, Malaysia, and I'm from Singapore, where there's a large Chinese presence in these places. I've never seen something like this. So what is this? Is this some ripoff or some shit? But then slowly I see that it's mainly sold in fish and chip shops. But I see that it's pretty common. It's pretty common around here, which has led me to realize that and come to a conclusion that this is probably an Australian dish. And I read it up. It's like yeah, it's inspired by the Chinese dim sum, and it was invented by this Chinese chef in Australia, and it grew popular there. Now it's like a national food. But I gotta say, it's pretty nice. Yeah, dim sum is about as big as maybe three of your fingers together, like this size. Right? They sell it mainly in the fish and chip shops, and fish and chips equals to salty shit. The fish and the chips they pretty much taste the same. Their flavor is called salt. Yeah. So I was eating fish and chips the first time when I touched down. I ate the fish and chips and I was like, wow, it looks good. I ate the chips. It's like, oh shit, there's some salty shit right there. The good thing is that there's one dim sum there. So like the chicken dim sum is the only thing keeping me sane, right? I'll be like eating loads of chips and then cutting this tiny bit of chicken dim sum and like savoring in my mouth like, oh shit, this is the bomb, man. So now mainly I just eat pizza or Asian food because the rest of them are really pretty salty. Yeah. So yeah, those are some of the things that I've noticed when trying to settle down in this new place in Melbourne. So, um, tell me what's your experience like?